Shower your questions upon us.
All right, Q&A.
There was a moment Sharon had suggested maybe doing a Google chat. You could do a Google chat on the iPad with people in other countries wearing ugly sweaters,
awesome.
and then you guys
I love it.
could exchange.
You know,
ideas.
my sister lives in Atlanta, and we're actually having our ugly Christmas sweaters on the same day. So we're going to be Skyping each other. We're going to have Skype with them throughout the party, and Atlanta is choosing Seattle's winner, and Seattle is choosing Atlanta's winner.
Wow,
So,
you've already thought this out.
oh yes, I've thought this out thoroughly.
That's right. Interactivity, global, social, that's what we love here at creativeLIVE. Okay, question back from the beginning of the course from SJ. Do you put cardboard in between the sweater to prevent it from sticking together when using the glue gun?
You could if you wanted to think that far ahead. That would actually be a great idea. That's a really good idea.
That is a good idea.
Even with the iPad sweater, when Adam put it on, there was part of the back that was stuck to it, and it was just a matter of pulling it off.
What I love about creativeLIVE is that every creativeLIVE, even the instructors, learn something new.
I learned many things today, things about laundry,
Yeah.
cardboard, hot glue, and burns.
Yep.
I can't remember who said it in the chat room or the lounge, but they were like, Kenna, you're taking this so seriously. You're so good at your job.
I am taking this so seriously. Last night I was up late making a little trailer video.
It was beautiful.
It was very exciting, very fun. Shout out to Anamoto.
So I have a question from, I'm not really sure how to pronounce this name, Ilzeskenmen.
Just say it with confidence, Susan.
Thank you.
That would be their name.
Yeah, thank you. So what has been the heaviest sweater that you have made, and is there a limit in weight to what a sweater can handle?
I don't think that there is a limit in weight. I mean, if you need to get a cart to carry the front of your sweater, I think that's all the more tackiness, right?
Yeah.
That'd be actually impressive.
Yeah, I think the first year with the Christmas tree that I made, the sweater itself was heavy to begin with, and then to add all that stuff, it just kind of fell forward. But yeah, it didn't really detract from the ugliness.
No, it didn't.
It usually just kind of enhances it. You know, it's important to think about what you want to wear throughout the whole night too. Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
You were getting warm.
But
all night.
yeah, getting warm, and yeah, I think I shed that sweater by the end of the night. But,
Which was sad.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's a good point, because I have been playing with the goatee on this moose the entire time. So it's not just the weight, it's also, you know, you got to make sure that there's nothing that's going to distract you from the party.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
And from
She's busy stroking.
What I'm saying is
don't bother her.
If you're doing too much, if you have too much going on, you can get distracted and sidetracked with.
Yeah.
You got to
With
keep
the
it.
moose's chin.
You know what I'm trying to say here. You
I
guys.
don't. And making him practical
right
too.
along.
Next
That moose
question.
has a pocket in it, which is great. You can put all sorts of things in there on the side, on the right or left side. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
There's a pocket in there.
I know you guys can't see this, so you don't really need to.
All right, so this question was very good. It came earlier in the course, and I'm sorry we didn't notate whose question it was, but are there any tacky sweater agencies around? What kind of portfolio do I need before I contact these agencies?
There are no agencies yet that I know of, but you can sell these in a big
Yeah.
way. There's a huge demand for them.
And actually, the first year we did it, I tried to buy a hideously awful sweater off of Craigslist, and it apparently got bid up by two different people. Like
How
they
much was it,
started.
do you remember?
It was $35, and I think I called the person up, and they're like, yeah, that person just two people showed up, and they bid it up to like 50 or so. I'm like, wow.
It is.
So at that point, that's when I was like, I'm just gonna make my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure you could start a
Etsy
sweater,
or something like that?
Etsy business, or rent a sweater if you really want to get in.
Oh, I like that idea. Then you don't have to deal with it all year long in your closet.
Yeah.
But I know on Etsy and Craigslist, certainly if you search ugly sweater, there's tons of people that make this, and you can too now. And you can get a hefty price for these. I mean, it took us
5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, but there's also the sorting. A trip to Goodwill, a little bit of prep work, and about 10 to 15 minutes of
But
gluing
I've gotten
and
to
sewing.
a point where I've made so many of these over the years where I just have a grab bag full of
Yeah, me
random
too.
stuff that I didn't use last year and can potentially use the next.
Yeah.
So,
The point is you could go pro with this, and we will get 15% commission off anything that you make.
yeah.
I think
going
that
with
there's some CreativeLIVE workshops that might actually help the two of you out there.
Starting your online business.
Starting your online business, in particular from Lewis Howes, which I believe we are re-watching this weekend.
I think this is what he had in mind.
I think that you need to teach a webinar on how to make ugly holiday sweaters. You could actually be monetizing this right now. And I think you should do that.
Yeah, once I get my big break, I'm out of here. You guys can find your own producers.
Ugly Sweater Empire.
Do you have one?
Well, we've got one from Michael, and I'm not sure how much you went into talking about this fine piece of art on the wall over there. But the question from Claire Barre was, I realize it's off topic, but I would love to know more about how Michael got into synthetic taxidermy, if you have a minute.
Might take a little while, but yeah, I just started building them off of drawings that I've been making and sort of, I don't know, I've always had a weird fascination with taxidermy, but I never really felt like I'd actually want to be a taxidermist. So I just think I had, to go way back, when I was 7, no, I caught my first fish and I had it taxidermied by a real taxidermist. It was a little fish about that big. I asked my mom if we could save it, and she said yes, and so we had it stuffed. And
it's really creepy.
And I've always been interested in animals and stuff like that, and I just didn't, I started messing around with it and building these. Right now I'm making, if you look at my website, and especially my Facebook page where I've got a whole bunch of images of the newer work. I'm making synthetic skulls out of bent wood forms and all sorts of wild stuff. Just take a look around and yeah.
Good story.
Thanks.
Good story.
It's kind of meandering. It's hard to sum up
Okay, can we put a mic to that laugh? Because
you can hear him, I'm sure.
I don't think that needs a
Should we
mic.
just keep with the questions? We have more questions coming in.
We're ready to stop or keep going or stop.
Could you repeat the name of your Facebook page for folks who might not have had a chance to write that down?
Yeah, it's just facebook.com/alm, that's ALM sculpture.
Cool.
Yeah, and you just check out the newest stuff. You can see that big polar bear that we talked about before, the big paper mache polar bear that I made with another artist, Robin Crookall. And yeah, there's galleries, and you can see work in progress in my studio, how I build these. Building from an armature, putting the clay on, putting fur on. Yeah, check it out.
It's really, you probably can't see from here, but I do suggest getting and looking at his work, because some of it does, it looks real. If it wasn't clearly a fake animal, you'd think it was a real one. He even glazes around the eyes so it looks wet, which sounds really, it's creepy, but it looks real. It's fantastic. Even
table legs for the
oh, is that what that is?
Antlers, yeah.
For the texture in the ears and everything, it's really
How does
good.
that look real? That's not even an animal.
Aside from the fact that it's not a real animal, if you go look at the eyes and the ears,
She's serious. She's
good.
deadly
I
serious.
can see it in the eyes from here.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Okay, I need to get closer.
maybe your fake taxidermy animal will look.
The great thing about taxidermy is a lot of the taxidermy doesn't look real. There's a lot of leverage.
point.
Yeah.
We should make a sweater for that thing, though.
Sweater?
Oh,
sweater off.
her eyes just lit
Yeah,
up.
he should have a sweater.
We should.
Why does he have
All right, we'll work on that. We'll post a picture later.
Yeah.
Anyone
That's a good
else?
idea from
Bill, I think-
Brianna_T. Have you ever made a sweater with tiny presents inside boxes? Good idea.
You should, though. That's a great idea. It's an awesome idea. Yes, do that.
All right, another great question from Rick Z in the lounge. Wanting to know if you'll be covering sweater etiquette at all, when to touch, when not to touch.
Always touch.
Suitable compliments to use in a crowd, dealing with sweater overheating situations.
You can cut off the sleeves halfway through the party.
That's actually a great idea. Yes, you should. Just like George Varanakis, just make it a little crop top, make it a little vest.
The sweater gets smaller as the night goes on.
Or if you really want to go all out, you can decorate a tank top underneath it and start the first couple hours of the party with this thing on.
Yeah.
And then the party's dying down, you're overheating. What? The party just started again because you've got a tank top with Christmas all over it.
It's true. Layers.
Layers. It's good. That's actually a good idea. Just do that.
Well, I have a good final question of the day, and then we are going to reveal our Twitter winner.
Excellent.
So The final question is about how do you go about judging holiday sweaters? What are the characteristics that you look for? What are the categories potentially? How do you judge these babies?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of categories you can go for, and it's, if we had different category winners, which I could make as many trophies as you want. There's one. There's one. This cat's happening. So you can make different categories, certainly, as far as tackiest, ugliest, if we want to separate the words and find some sort of definition in there. But really, it would just be two variations of tacky, ugly sweaters.
Yeah, couple sweaters, things like that. Yeah.
Best hat, dress. So yeah, you can make it into categories. But I think overall, when you're looking for the best ugly sweater, you got to look here. It's just got to feel right. You just know when you see it.
Yeah, and it is good. I think there are two, there's the found ugly sweater that hasn't been manipulated at all,
yes,
which is its own separate category,
yes,
and then there's the homemade sweater.
Absolutely.
They're totally different beasts.
Absolutely.
So it's good to separate those two when you know.
Which actually, if everyone wants to hold up their sweater, we can choose a winner right now.
All right.
You want to do that?
Let's do that.
Hold it up. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, Mackenzie.
Oh, wow. The lights.
It's actually gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
Wow. Arlene and Trudy, Kate, let's see it. Hold it up. Oh my goodness. Arlene's is her own category. And I think,
being the only one here.
holy gosh, there's just a lot going on here. What do you think? I think yes, Jen and Mike need to be next to each other because this is just.
Oh, you've got the head on your sleeve. Oh, that's nice.
What are you thinking? Do you have a favorite that's just popping out at
It's
you?
just so hard.
So I'm going to give best couples, of course, to Mike and
definitely.
Jen. And I think that the crawfish feels right for that award. So, sorry. Wrong one. There you go.
I think the heaviest goes to the tree.
And with that, you can have the heaviest ornament. I'm not going to even throw that thing at you because it's heavy as I height. It's beautiful. And I think Mackenzie needs something because that thing,
That is
I don't think
amazing.
you can see it, but
Absolutely.
there's a camera. But that is just gorgeous.
Best dress.
Kenzie, have some cats. Best dress. I don't have any of my Hanukkah stuff back here, Arlene, but I'm going to make you your very own. Trudy, I think yours best use of dog toys, for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
I have a kangaroo. Yes, I do. Pass that to her. You got a dog in a convertible. Bam.
Oh, that's perfect.
This is why we can't have nice things. Kate, best use of glitter. That thing is just, and it matches your scarf too. Good coordination. I'm gonna throw this at you, Mackenzie.
How about the Bacon Award? Come on now.
Bacon had its time. I'm done with bacon now.
Best cape
not.
here, although he's not wearing it.
I don't even know what to say about Tess. I'm not even sure what's going on.
That is a killer necklace, though.
It's a good Flavor Flav.
Call it what you want.
Best necklace, best cape.
Here you go. Have a pom-pom. Good work. All right, do we have a winner for Twitter?
We do. Susan. Let's give a drum roll, please.
Gonna get this bad boy.
And the winner is Amanda McCaffrey, who is also Cinderlin in the chat room. Quote was, "If you're ashamed of your sweater, you don't deserve to be wearing it." So congratulations to Amanda, and I think I will take your tweet to heart.
We will. Oh.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
You had me.
Yeah.
We will sign that necklace and send it on over.
Great.
Absolutely. Here, I'll drape these out so we can kind of recap. Not recap, but you can just see what we
Let's
did
summarize
here.
what we have learned today.
Yeah,
I do like
know,
that.
right? Like I said, it's been a really great journey with you guys. Cool, tacky Christmas journey. There's that. Oh, I'm missing a couple. Do we have the
tree.
Adam's still wearing them.
Adam? You still wearing the leotard there, buddy?
You're not getting that back. All right, we got
What about
the penguins.
the iPad? Are you wearing that?
I'm wearing everything.
Just come out in everything. Okay, can you bring the leotard out here?
We've got some great.
This is really professional. We're just yelling off set. Hey, come here a minute.
Get to work, Adam.
We've got some great quotes coming in the meantime. And Chicago Tom says, gonna miss you guys over the next few weeks. Got a little announcement coming up, but stay tuned for
We're
that.
gonna miss you guys too.
Let's see, we've got Photographic Element says, I think you found the solution to world peace. No one could ever fight or go to war while looking at hilarious Christmas or holiday sweaters. Agreed. That's what we're all about here
So
at
true.
Creative Live.
So world
true.
peace.
World peace.
World peace through ugly sweaters. Might be all commented out here, Kenna.
Really?
Just no, never.
What about your own comments?
No, never. That's just not possible.
Susan, how do you feel wearing this
Thanks,
sweater?
Russ, for that. I
right.
cannot wait to get this sweater off. Sorry, Celeste.
Not in the Christmas spirit, Susan. You're getting
so
cold in your
bad.
stocking this year.
All right,
so
well,
bad.
we'll turn it over to you two for sort of your final words. Do we have an ending speech?
No, I certainly did not plan an
go
ending
forth and
speech. All the times
conquer.
I've told instructors to plan ending speeches, and here I am speechless.
Go forth and make sweaters.
Go forth and make sweaters. Good. It's good. I don't actually want to say anything after that. That felt right. Let's leave it there.
All right.
Thanks.
Well,
Thanks, studio audience, for being here.
Yeah,
You guys were.
this is great.
I don't know if you can get our view, but it is. It's just like this Christmas junkyard.
chaos.
It's beautiful.
well, I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. You out there, internet, you are the reason that we are here. Before we give some final announcements and a very special announcement, surprise. Let's give a big global round of applause to Celeste Olds and Michael Olds. Standing ovation. Jazz hands. Jazz hands.